Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and this evening we're going to have a look at the latest on the potential storm risk we're going to be having this evening and overnight, as there is a decent chance some areas could see some quite severe thunderstorms. Now do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you do like and subscribe, and do follow me on Twitter as well for up-to-date for the latest. So currently we have a look at the GFS precipitation charts. We won't look through the GFS ensembles today, as we'll just concentrate really on the storm risk. So you can see currently this is the midday run, and you can see there has been a smattering of showers around today, especially in the west. And we can see at the moment it is 6 o'clock where I am, 7 o'clock now, and you can see the GFS is doing quite well on the storm risk. We'll have a look at the live radar in a minute, and that roughly is where we have the storm risk at the moment. Just off the coast of Kent, and potentially heading up into parts of East Anglia as well. And you can see overnight tonight, you see those initial storms do clear through by around midnight, and then we see a bigger mass of rain move through around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. and we'll have a look at the latest radar, and we can have a look at that. If we now move on to the GM, again another low resolution model, so it will generally do well with the area of the rain, but intensity, the exact location of the centre of any storms is going to be quite difficult on these bigger models. So you can see currently Sunday evening, it does show some showers, nothing really thundery, but there is decent thunderstorms around. And you can see showers do clear tonight, and then we see another massive rain move up to the parts of the southeast, a bit further eastwards on the GM. I do suspect the GM is very much underdoing it, because if we do have a look at the live radar at the end of the video, it very much is different to what we're seeing on this GM run. If we now have a look at the icon, a more high resolution model, so it should do it, be able to cover it a little bit better. You see, yes, there were some showers in the east. You can see those thunderstorms moving up in the southeast, and then later this evening you see a bigger mass of rain a bit further east, with quite a heavy core, potentially embedded thunderstorms within that. Now this morning we did see some elevated thunderstorms skimming parts of the southeast. Those have cleared now, and they cleared earlier this morning. And again, we could see a risk of elevated thunderstorms as well. They're the most likely to hang on to their intensity as they run into the UK. Now, the UK has seen quite a warm day today. It was a little bit warmer than we first thought, and was first forecasted to get up to around 21, 22 degrees, and 20 degrees quite widely. So it does mean surface temperatures are a little bit warmer. But there has been more cloud today than expected, and there's been a massive sort of cloud and rain, especially in the west, which could dumb down temperatures and any convection from the sun this afternoon and evening. So it's going to be really difficult to forecast exactly what's going to happen. If we now lastly have a look at the Arpeggio model, you can see those showers breaking out this evening, and this does look quite accurate to what we have seen. And then you see those thunderstorms skirting the southeast, quite intense over the channel before diminishing as they reach the UK, and then a bigger mass of rain moves a bit south through the southeast and does miss Kent. But again, there could be some offshore lightning with that. If we now have a look at the live radar, we can see the thunderstorms just off the coast of Kent. Some coming inland into Kent. Dover under a thunderstorm at the moment. Deal as well has got a big thunderstorm overhead. And you can see it is a massive rain, and it's got embedded cells of thunderstorms within it. You can see the shower risk we've had further westwards. And you see there's a few heavier cores. We can see these were a few heavier showers earlier. And if we do run this back, you can see we did have a bit of a pep up in shower activity in the north. Those have faded and are going offshore now, and you can see a lot of thunderstorms just developing in the near continent. And you can see the big massive rain further southwards. This is going to be heading all northwards, and it's really how much does this stay intact before it sort of loses intensity tonight. You can see these thunderstorms are generally moving. If we run this through the live radar loop, you can see they are generally moving northeastwards or northeastwards. Let me just try and run that, get that a bit more smooth. You can see they're generally moving northeastwards. So at the moment, if you wanted any storms over London, you'd probably want them to be forming over Guernsey or Jersey. And at the moment, it doesn't look like there's going to be any storms over Guernsey or Jersey. It does look like parts of Kent and parts of East Anglia could perhaps see these storms. Regardless, it does look like they will be quite intense, and they do look like they're staying intact for now. So even if it doesn't come on offshore, doesn't come onshore, sorry, you still could see some lightning and see some effects from it. So as the sun sets this evening, if you are on the east coast or even the south coast, do look out towards sea, and you may be able to see some big thunderstorms, especially with a core like this. There'll be quite frequent lightning within that. Be very interesting to see what happens with this mass of rain further southwards, how much that does move further northwards, and how much this does develop. But at this stage, it does look like the models have underdone the storm risk, especially the ones we just looked at. Most of them weren't really showing a big storm risk, but we have seen some cells reaching southeastern parts, and we can see more cells developing over towards France, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with this massive rain further southwards. If we do run through the future radar on the Weather Channel, again, it's not the most accurate, but it does show you the general movement of these showers. You can see the thunderstorms moving northwards. They do start to fizzle out as they move through. You can see the big massive rain that's over central parts of France at the moment does move eastwards, northeastwards, and it does look like at this stage it may just miss the southeast corner. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. Now lastly, we'll have a look at the live lightning radar, and you can see at the moment, you can see these different colours. Each one of these crosses is a lightning strike. If it's green, it's happened in the last minute or so. Orange, it's happened in the last minute. Yellow, last 5-10 minutes, and getting to green, 15 to 20 minutes, and then etc. etc. So it shows you the movement of the storms moving northeastwards, and you can see there are a lot of active storms because there's a lot of these green crosses, and you can see there have been many lightning strikes actually just offshore and even some onshore, and that's Cell, it's over Dover and Deal. There's even been some thunderstorm and lightning strikes down in near Eastbourne, and you can see generally there are more cells moving up from northern France, and these could be heading towards Kent and East Anglia as well. If we do zoom out a bit further, you can see there's been a lot of thunderstorm activity again down through parts of southern France where we've had that big massive rain. Again, it's embedded thunderstorms in the bigger area of rain. But at this stage, it's really these storms in the north, which we're going to be watching heading up for the southeast and East Anglia. There isn't really much more we can do other than look at the radar and the lightning observations at this stage. It's all really up to Mother Nature to see what's going to happen, if you are going to see any storms, or avoid the storms if you want to keep those impacts away. So anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you do stay up to date with the live radar if you are interested in these storms, and I'll see you again for another update on the general weather patterns tomorrow.